What's going on, everybody? It's me, truck driver Sean. Today, coming at you with kind of like a cool thing, right? So, we all know I love Tony Peppers and the stuff he does, and the guy is a solid human being, like, as a human being. So, you know, win-win for everybody, right? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, Park, over at PCP Pedals, lent me a couple of his things. I borrowed this. I hijacked the shit out of this. Like months and months and months ago, in anticipation of making this video. This is the Satanist distortion. Alright? It's evil. It looks evil. It's so evil. It's got the goat and up-down crust and everything. It's so evil. Alright? Then we have the Wendigo, which, oddly enough, looks more evil. More evil. Kill some shit type shit. Yes. Alright. These are essentially the same exact pedal. So you would think. Now, obviously, you just heard the intro, and the way I make my videos is I film them, I hit stop after I do that, then I unplug everything so I can show you if I'm up to it. Sometimes I'm so lazy I don't even bother. But this barred to have it done. Then I hook everything back up and give you sound samples. With them both hooked up. And you don't see them because, well, I really like my new camera, and I don't have two cameras like this camera to do all this because I'm not doing fancy shit for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Alright. So you have the Satanist distortion, which you can no longer buy. Okay? You can find it hella expensive on the internet, people selling it used, or go buy a new one off Tony, which is essentially the same thing as this, but a little more refined and way more badass graphics. I mean, look at that motherfucker. That is a sexy piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Love it! Alright. So, Kenneth, huge thanks to Park. Check him out. PCP Pedals. The dude's awesome. And if you want to pressure him into building pedals for you, pay for it when you order it instead of like when it's ready. Because, you know, life, right? You gotta wedge him into doing it. Gotta make him feel bad. Gotta guilt him. Alright. So, Pepers Pedals. Satanist, no more. Wendigo, the new kid in school. Is one of them better? Let's plug these bitches in and find out. Alright? But before we do that, let's just talk about what the knobs are. Because you're not going to really see me turn the knobs, but you're just going to take my word for it. Because why? Sort of kind of known for being like the honest guy. Because oddly, I don't have nothing to gain and nothing to lose by lying about this. So it's literally hooking these up, clean channel on the KSR Orthos Mach 2. And yeah, mic'd up a Monster Cab with a Sennheiser E906 straight into the Zoom Q8N 4K camera. Just came out like, I don't know, a month ago. And I've been using it, and I love it. I'm going to do a video on the QN. I just don't know how to approach it yet. It's just a badass camera. If you don't believe it, look at my older videos and look at my newer ones. Oh yeah, the thing makes a difference. Alright, let's plug these fuckers in. We're going to use a Schecter Keith Merrow KM6 Mach 3 Hybrid prototype in crimson red. Yeah, I'm like calling it the period guitar, right? Woo! Yeah, I said it. Alright, here we go, man. I'll plug into these like I did your mom. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're back. So I've got the pedals hooked up. They're right over here. As you can see them, you can't. I'm not monkeying. Oops, I almost lied to you guys. And from hooking it up, I moved a couple of the knobs. All right. So everything on both of these is at noontime. So I'm going to show you what the clean channel sounds like on the Orthos Mach 2. As you can tell, it's clean. Thank you, Kyle. You made an awesome clean channel on your amp, so I'm just going to put that out there. Alright, so what we're going to do first, everything at noontime, we're going to turn on the Satanist, and then we're going to turn on the Wendigo. Here we go. As you can tell, straight up the middle. She's barely powerful, but we're going to do some riffs. We're going to toggle back and forth. We're going to start with the Satanist and then go to the Wendigo. Okay, that's with everything at noontime. As you can tell, there's quite a lot of gain on tap just for being at noontime. So we're going to take that gain, I'm going to put it up to 3/4. We're going to push both these pedals just a little bit, and we're just going to go a cog over halfway on the level. More like a 1 o'clock, between 1 and 2 o'clock type deal. Alright, let's see what this does. Yes, mate. Haha. As you can tell, the Wendigo is much smoother. It's not as harsh at this stage. They kind of trade off. Like on some stages, one of them sounds better than the other. But the Wendigo is a little more refined, a little more smoother, and not so harsh. So obviously she's a little depthy. So we're going to take the dark, and we're going to cut that down to 1/4. Leave everything else alone. Here we go. Alright, so we tell she's still a little girthy, right? So we're going to add a little bit of the cold. We're going to take the cold up to 75%. So basically the dark and the cold are going to be staring right at one another. One's at 1/4 and one's at 3/4. Here we go! Alright, so as you can tell, that just opened everything up. That is just fantastic. Oddly enough, I don't need to do anything different with it. So, really at the end of the day, what's the difference between the two? Really at the end of the day, the original Satanist is super brittle. And the Wendigo is smooth. Which one do I like better? I'm going to go with the Wendigo because the Wendigo, you can like really manipulate it well. And even though it's a distortion pedal, I'm just going to take my word on this. It's actually fantastic as an overdrive. You just treat it like an overdrive. You put your level up, you turn your gain down, and use your dark and cold, or dart, yeah, dark and cold, to flavor your gain stage. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we're gonna drop the Satanist for right now because the Wendigo is the option, unless you want to buy a Satanist used because you like it being a Satanist. So I'm just gonna turn some knobs. We're just going to put everything at noontime again, just to kind of give you an idea what stuff does. So I'm going to play with the output, and then we'll be back. Alright, so this thing pushes a lot of power. As you can hear, everything is being pushed. So now we're going to play with the gain. Alright, so there's the gain. Now we're going to go with the cold, which is kind of like your highs. Let's tinker with that for a minute. Alright. Yes, mate. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to play with the cold. I mean the dark. Alright, here we go. Okay, everybody, so we're back. Closing thoughts. The original. The Satanist. Alright, there's a demo of it up on my channel. Back when I did things super sketchy recording-wise. And then we have the Wendigo, which technically I just demoed. Showing them side by side, because they're essentially the same pedal. And I just think that the Wendigo is a little more smoother, a little more refined. Probably because of the difference in build time. Just components change over time. Availability of different things, trying different things. And, you know, Tony Pepers is a genius. If you ever want to argue with me on that, you're not going to win. The dude's a humble sweetheart of a guy, and his work is legit. So, yeah. Either one of these will serve you well, but hey, that right there is the new school. Alright? I mean, look at it. Look at it. It is so sexy. So sexy. It's sexy time. Alright. Very cool. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I mean always, keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. Later.